Hey everybody, Sheriff Chris Brown with Natural State Defensive Solutions, here with you today to do a gear review on the Point Blank gun belt system. So I have been running this now since about February. I've been through about 10 different classes with it, and just want to kind of give you a quick walkthrough on some of the features of this belt and pros and cons, different things that I like and don't like to this particular system. So I will say Point Blank sent me this. They sent all the pouches with it, the belt system, and so I didn't pay for any of this, but I've already given them some feedback via email on exactly what I really do like and some things that I wish they would maybe change a little bit or look at maybe some different offerings for. So all the information I'm going to give you today is going to be the same information that I gave them, and that is fair and honest review over what I really think. So let's get right into it. The belt comes as a whole system. So you've got an outer belt, and then you've got two inner belts. First inner belt is this stiffened inner belt. It has a stiffener in the middle. You can kind of see right there in the middle. It has a stiffener. It looks like carbon fiber, maybe some type of a stiffening agent. And you can see actually just holding the belt that it has kind of a rigid insert in there to help keep it stiff. The other inner belt that it comes with is this really soft inner belt, probably similar more to regular inner belts that you would find across what we do on a regular basis. Used this one a little bit, didn't care for it very much, but I really do like this one that has the inner stiffener in it. Only real negative that I found to this one is I found it kind of hard to actually get as tight as I wanted it to get to go underneath the belt. And so if I couldn't get this one quite as tight as I wanted, then I had a hard time getting the outer belt quite as tight as I wanted. And I don't wear it just, boa constrictor tight or anything like that, but I do want it to go on and not go anywhere. So I had a little bit of trouble getting it as tight as I wanted to on that. Outside of that one little issue, I think it's a solid belt choice. So let's move on to the outer belt. Now the outer belt has that same stiffener in it. Let's see if I can show you that. Has the same stiffener in it, and so it helps keep the belt really rigid, really stiff. You can see, there's not just, especially once the inner belt is in there with it, not just a ton of looseness to the belt. So it does a really good job at being stiff, and it's incredibly thin and light. And I don't know if you can see how thin the actual belt is, but it's incredibly thin. And for how thin it is and how light it is, I'm amazed at just how rigid the belt is. So it comes with a Cobra buckle, a little mini Cobra buckle there as the attachment system. The way the inner belt and the outer belt interface keeps everything locked in really well. The one thing I get why companies do it. I don't like that Point Blank did it on this one, but they made their inner belt have the hook side of the Velcro and the outer belt have the loop side of the Velcro, so that it really only interfaces with their system. So you can't swap back and forth between inner belts and outer belts. If you like one of their system, you have to run the rest of their system. I didn't care for that. I'm pretty picky when it comes to inner belts, and I have definitely found inner belts that I like better than this one. And the fact that I can't interface between the two, I didn't care for. Moving back to the outer belt, one of the things that I absolutely love about this system is the ability to attach the pouches using their Velcro, what they call tack wraps. And so let me show you what that looks like here. So these tack wraps you can see on the back, this is just a Velcro band. And that Velcro, you can just grab the tab, pull the tab up, gives you the ability to move the patches around. They do also have the MOLLE attachment in case you want to use it on a MOLLE platform or even on the outside of the vest, right, or the belt. There's still MOLLE attachments on, or MOLLE actually on the belt, and so you could use the MOLLE to attach directly to the belt if you wanted to. I really like the option of being able to use the tack wraps on the back because that gave me the ability to put it exactly where I wanted to, regardless of whether or not there was a MOLLE slot there. And so that's something that I really, really like that they did. And having that little tab on there seems to keep it from getting pulled up once it interfaces with the inner belt as well. They stay put really well. The Velcro is held up really well. I've had this thing on and off maybe 30 or 40 times now, and no signs of wear at all on it. So really, really happy with how that works. Let's move over to I'll come back to the mag pouches here in a minute. Let's move over to this dump pouch, though. I've been running a dump pouch from a different company for a while and liked the ability to basically stack those pouches on top of each other so that the dump pouch wasn't taking up any extra room on the belt. Point Blank makes a solution for that. They call it the micro hanger, and so you can see on the back here, this long panel actually interfaces onto, if I can show you, interfaces onto the belt itself. And then it just has MOLLE slots all the way up and down it so that you can add your dump pouch specifically to the bottom and then a mag pouch or other accessory there on top so that you're not losing that belt space to a pouch. So really, really like that as well. The mag pouches have this really neat feature. And let's see if I can just get one of these off here for you and show you real quick. They have this really neat feature that allows you to adjust the retention. And so if I show you, here's a mag that I've got on me, right? The mag goes in, doesn't go anywhere, not a problem with that. But let's say you wanted to go from we carry Walther, this is a Walther mag, let's say you wanted to go from Walther to Glock, that would still be the same retention, no problem. But say you wanted to go to a 1911 pouch or mag that was quite a bit smaller, and I didn't bring a little stick with me, so I don't know if I can get this out. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. But you can pull this whole insert out, and it has bands that go around it, and that's what determines the level of retention. But if I take that out, I can add, there's 2 bands total, so I can add a band or remove a band depending on what kind of a mag I want to put in there and the retention level that I need. And so that's super, super slick. Doesn't require any additional pouches. The pouches are kind of that, Cordura material. And so they're really solid, really good. They're not going to stretch at all. But the retention inside the mags, and let's see if I can get that up close to you. You can kind of see down inside the mag pouches, there's plastic. Everything's rigid down inside that. Looks like kind of a similar plastic or carbon fiber type insert to help keep everything rigid. And then those bands that sit around there for the actual retention piece. So that's a really, really solid design. I actually really like that a lot. The rifle pouch is the same way. And actually, I think I can get the rifle pouch out for you. So we'll pull that out real quick. There we go. So this is going to look the same, whether it's the rifle or the pistol mag pouches. So you can see I just have one band set up on the rifle pouch, rifle mags as well. But you could take that, run that one down and over, and actually attach that right around there. That would increase the retention. Or how I have it set up with one band only on there, makes the retention a little bit less, a little easier to go in and out. And that's the level that I have found that I really like my stuff at. They do offer some other pouches that I don't have yet. Talked to their rep yesterday, and I think they're gonna send me an IFAK pouch. They're working on that, and so I think they're gonna send me one of those once they've got that up and running. And said that they have done some small changes as well to some of their other pouches, so may get a chance to try the upgraded version of some of the other pouches as well. Last thing let's talk about is the buckle. The buckle works off this really neat system. So it has 2 different ways to adjust. You can see all the different holes in the belt. And so these holes are going to allow you kind of like the major adjustments for the belt buckle. So if I turn that around, I've got these clips here, right? So these clips open up. These clips open up. And then the buttons actually sit down inside the holes. And you can see the little carbon fiber pieces actually work as a retention device for the buttons. And so those go down into kind of where you want them. That folds over just for some extra security and to make sure that it stays in place. and then when we turn the buckle around, it has what they call micro adjustments. And so the micro adjustments work off of this little buckle right here, or that little pull tab. So if I pull that pull tab, right, I can micro adjust that belt down to make it a little bit tighter. I'll tell you, I've used this a little bit. I find it really difficult to use. Really can't be used after you have the belt on, at least in my experience. And I think if I tighten it all the way and then put it on, I have kind of noticed that it walks on me a little bit. And so I just try to leave it as loose as I can make it and just get the belt where I need to have it without having to use that micro adjustment. I did pass that along to them. I don't know if they'll make any change with that or not, but that's the maybe the one thing on the buckle that they need to work on just a little bit. Outside of that, really just the whole system I've been really happy with. I've worn it for, like I said, about 10 classes now over the last few months, and just been really happy overall with the system. This is the 1.75 inch. They also make a duty belt size. It's 2 1/4. Been really happy with this. So point blank kudos to making a really well-designed belt, well thought out, packed full of features, and you know, keep innovating and keep rocking on. And we'll see you next time. Sheriff Chris Brown for Natural State Defensive Solutions.